But let's start with our NBA Daily 10. Let's put 10 minutes on this clock here. Here we go. 10 minutes on the clock. Next 10 minutes, uninterrupted basketball talk of what just happened yesterday in the NBA. And the clock starts now. Alrighty, yesterday in the NBA, lots of games on, and there was no games on Thanksgiving Day, so all we did yesterday in our NBA Daily 10 was break down the matchups that were on last night and coming away with some picks, and we had 4 official picks, and we did very, very good, so we'll talk those through once we get to those. But here we go. First game up, Pistons at the Clippers. Clippers get it done. They win 107-96. It wasn't this spread like 11.5 points. We stayed away from it because we knew the Clippers are good, but we didn't want to swallow 11.5 points, and they only win by 11. So right on the spread there, Vegas doesn't lose money, folks. We know some spreads like that, and that's why we stay away from larger spreads because of this. But either way, Clippers get the win, 107-96. Let's start here with the Clippers. Paul George, only 12 points last night. Didn't shoot good at all. 1 of 9 from 3, and he shot 26% on 19 shots. He didn't get it done, but who stepped up in his place scoring wise? Well, we had Reggie Jackson, 21 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. Eric Bledsoe with 15 points. Zubac, 10 points, 13 rebounds, but then off the bench, this is where it got good. Terrence Mann, 16 points, 10 rebounds. He's been fantastic so far this season. And then Isaiah Hartenstein, 10 points, 5 rebounds, and also Serge Ibaka with 9 big points as well. So some nice bench scoring production right here, and they faced Pistons, so they didn't need that many points to begin with just to win the game. Jeremy Grant led the team in scoring, 20 points, 10 rebounds. We had Cade Cunningham with 10 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. Corey Joseph, 10 points. Frank Jackson, 10 points. And Trey Lyles off the bench, 13 points. But Clippers are still playing good. Paul George usually has them, playing good. And this is a good sign from this Clippers team when Paul George doesn't have a good game, that everybody else on this Clippers squad can rally around him and kind of just get it done without him being the main scorer for the squad. So well done for the Clippers. Great team that Paul George is truly just kind of leading every single game. So we shout out this Clippers team. Another win right here. They beat the Pistons last night. All right, then we go to the Timberwolves at the Hornets here. Hornets get the big old win, 133-115 over the Timberwolves, who did good on this Hornets team for the big old win. LaMelo Ball, 10 points, but those 13 assists, absolutely fantastic. Terry Rozier, this starting lineup all got it done last night. Terry Rozier, 15 points. PJ Washington, 17 points, 6 rebounds. Miles Bridges, 18 points, 7 rebounds. Gordon Hayward, 18 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. Everybody shooting basically 50% and higher in the starting lineup. So all the starters were on point. And then off the bench, Kelly Oubre Jr., where he belongs. I'm so glad that he's comfortable. I don't know if he loves it 100%. I'm sure, everybody obviously wants to be a starter in any sport. But I'm glad that Kelly Oubre Jr. is not really pushing back that much in like the national media and the spotlight, because he could theoretically just be like, hey, I want to be in the starting lineup. I'm a starter. I'm not a bench player. I'm not nothing like that. So I'm glad Kelly Oubre Jr. is fitting in perfectly here off the bench here for the Hornets. This is what we've been wanting all season long, and we've gotten it over the last couple of games, and he's just been showing out. He's so good off the bench here. 27 points, led the team in scoring, 53% from 3 on 13 threes, 58% on 17 shots from the field. Absolutely fantastic. And let's also not forget Jalen McDaniels off the bench, 14 points, 8 rebounds as well. So everybody on the Hornets was giving a great production game last night. And then for the Timberwolves, the big 3, Anthony Edwards, 11 points, 5 rebounds. All right, they move him back to the 2. We've seen him play the 3 a little bit, and I do think I like him at the 3, but they move him back to the 2 here. D'Angelo Russell, 18 points, 5 assists, and Karl Anthony Towns, 25 points, 6 assists, 7 rebounds. So other than the big 3, the only other good contribution was from Malik Beasley off the bench, 18 points. But other than that, nothing great here. And they come up short like we know the Timberwolves do a little bit too much, coming up a little bit short. So Hornets get the big old win, 133-118. 115. All right, next game up here, Suns and the Knicks, and this was one of our official picks from last night. Suns -3, and they have no problem winning by 21 points out here. They win 118-97 over the Knicks here. Suns just absolutely rolling. DeAndre, 8 and 14 points, 13 rebounds. Devin Booker, 32 big old points. Chris Paul, 14 points, 10 assists, fantastic. Jay Crowder, 11 points on 3 of 4 from 3, classic Jay Crowder game. And then McCall Bridges with 10 points, but then off the bench, the Cameron brothers, folks. Cameron Johnson, 10 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. Cameron Payne, 13 points, 6 assists, able to get it done. This Suns team is just absolutely rolling, starting 5, usually kind of 2 great bench pieces on a nightly basis, and they're extended their lead. What are we at now? 16 games? 16-game win streak. Let's refresh this standing page. Come on. Where are we at? 15 last night. We update this. We're going to get 16? No, still 15. Okay, 15, whatever it was. 14 entering this game, whatever it was. All right, back to the Suns-Knicks game. Everybody got it done for the Suns. And then for the Knicks, RJ Barrett, 10 points. Julius Randle, he had 9 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. He shot 37%. RJ Barrett also shot 30%. Evan Fournier, 11 points on 26%. Once again, Evan Fournier, not the most consistent guard out here. And we know this Knicks starting lineup overall is really not the most consistent overall. Kemba Walker led the team in scoring, and now you're getting into some dangerous territory when we start saying that. Kemba Walker, 17 points. He had 2 assists, 3 rebounds. He shot well, 45% on 11 shots. No Derrick Rose off the bench. Emmanuel Quickly did have 16 points. Also, Alec Burks had 9 points. Just not enough to beat the super team that is the Suns. We know the Suns are one of the best teams in the league. Just got to the finals last season, and the Knicks are not ready to kind of compete with that level just quite yet. So this Knicks team, yes, they're still good, but they're still kind of in, the middle of the pack good. They're not ready to beat the upper echelon teams, and the Suns get the big old win by 21 last night. All right, next game up here is Bulls at the Magic here, and the Bulls blow them out here, 123-88. No Cole Anthony last night for the Magic, and that's exactly what happens. Everything falls apart. And then for the Bulls, everybody good. The big four good here. DeMar DeRozan, 23 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds. Vucevic, 16 points, 8 rebounds. Zach LaVine, 21 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. And Lonzo Ball, 13 points, 5 steals, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. Everybody doing what they're supposed to with the main four here. And then off the bench, we had Kobe White, 20 points. Absolutely fantastic. So this Bulls team, this is what they are when they're at full strength. Absolutely fantastic. Back on track with Vucevic back in the lineup. We love it. All right, then we get the Raptors at the Pacers, and we took the Pacers +4 last night, and they lose. They disrespect us. They end up losing by 17 points. What the heck is up with that? And you lose to the Pacers that never win games? Come on, Raptors. Pacers get the win, 114-97. This was the only pick that we missed on last night. Truly unfortunate. Let's start here with the Raptors and see what went wrong. Fred VanVleet, 26 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds. Really solid performance by the man. Gary Trent Jr., only 13 points. He shot 36%. Precious at the 9.7 rebounds. Pascal Siakam, 17 points, 12 rebounds. And then Scotty Barnes, 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. So everybody in the starting lineup got it solid here. But then their leading bench scorer with Chris Boucher, 9 points, 4 rebounds off the bench. That's not going to get it done. And let's see what got it done with this Pacers team. Look at this bench, folks. 3 players in double-digit scoring. This gets it done. Chris Duarte, 12 points, 6 rebounds. Torrey Craig, 11 points, 3 rebounds. And Kalen Martin, 15 points, 3 rebounds, all off the bench. That gets it done. Sabonis does his thing, 23 points, 8 rebounds. Miles Turner, 17 points, 10 rebounds. Karis LeVert, 19 points, 5 rebounds. So they get the win over this Raptors team. Come on, Raptors got to be better than that. All right, then we get the Hawks at the Grizzlies. We took this game, Hawks plus a point, and they absolutely blow out the Grizzlies by 32 big old points, winning 132-100. This Hawks team, they're back at it. They're getting it done. We love it. Trae Young, 31 points, 10 assists. Clint Capella, 23 points, 17 rebounds. John Collins, 21 points, 8 rebounds, just absolutely dominating this Grizzlies team. That is not the same Grizzlies team as last season. John Morant only played 8 minutes, unfortunate with the injury. Hopefully he's good. So we barely they played last night. And if you don't have Ja Morant, you're not going to win this game because he's your number one, obviously, and that's what we saw last night. Now we get the Wizards at the Thunder, and the Wizards win a close one here, 101-99. Kyle Kuzma, 11 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, shot solid 55%. Bradley Beal, 20 points, 6 assists, able to get it done. And they beat the Thunder, where Luguentz Dort had led the team in scoring, 21 points, 4 rebounds. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with 15 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds. Close game overall, but the Wizards pull away. All right, we got to go quick here. We got 30 seconds left and like 5 games to cover. We got Celtics at Spurs up next year, and the Celtics lose. No surprise to us. Spurs get the big old win here, 96-88. Celtics, man, Jaylen Brown's in the starting lineup. It doesn't work. They move it around. Now this is interesting. We can spend a little time on this because this is the new starting lineup now. Now that Jaylen Brown is back, they still want Dennis Schroeder in the starting lineup, and I agree. So they move Marcus Smart to the 1, Dennis Schroeder at the 2, Jaylen Brown at the 3, Tatum at the 4, and Al Horford at the 5. I like this lineup in theory. Obviously, it didn't work last night. Truly unfortunate. That is our 10 minutes, but we got to finish up here. So Jaylen Brown, 16 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Jason Tatum, 24 points, 12 rebounds. Dennis Schroeder didn't have a great game. He had 8 points. He had 4 assists and 5 rebounds. That's good, but 8 points on 21% shooting on 14 shots. Marcus Smart, 13 points, 8 assists, 7 rebounds, and then no great bench production. So we'll see if this Celtics team keeps up with this starting lineup. I honestly think you just have to move Marcus Smart out of the starting lineup. I need Dennis Schroeder in the starting lineup. Put Dennis Schroeder at the 1, Jaylen Brown at the 2, Tatum at the 3, bring back Al Horford at the 5, and then have we can have Enes Kanter honestly at the 4, and then keep Al Horford at the 5. But your main 3 should be Schroeder, Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum, and just have Marcus Smart come off the bench. I know he probably won't like coming off the bench, but I really think that's what this Celtics team needs to do with Jaylen Brown in the starting lineup. All right, and then they lose to the Spurs here. Who got it done for the Spurs? We had DeJounte Murray, 29 points, 6 assists, 11 rebounds. Derek White, 17 points, 7 assists, 8 rebounds. Jacob Poeltl, 7 points with the 12 rebounds. And then Keldon Johnson, 17 points and 14 rebounds, able to beat this Celtics team. Once again, losing with Jaylen Brown in the starting lineup, never a good sign. Then we have the Bucks at the Nuggets. We called this the best bet of the night. Bucks minus 3.5, and they win by 11. No problem here. Once again, no Jokic, and also obviously no Michael Porter Jr., so Aaron Gordon has to step up, and he just doesn't. Only 18 points. I mean, if you're the main scorer, you're going to have to put up 30 points. I mean, that's what it is. It's unfortunate, and we know that that's not really Aaron Gordon's game, and we got that last night. 18 points, 9 rebounds for Aaron Gordon. Nobody really stepped up great scoring-wise. The second leading scorer was Will Barton with 17 points. The third leading scorer was Facundo Campazzo. Love that. He had a solid game. Facundo Campazzo, 16 points, 2 assists. Monte Morris, 15 points, 8 assists, but they don't have any of their magic here. They're not winning games. And then for the Bucks, everybody's good to go besides Brook Lopez at the 5, but that's Bobby Portis. We got big believability in him. 11 points, 8 rebounds. Grayson Allen, 10 points, 2 of 5 from the 3. Drew Holiday, 16 points. Giannis, 24 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists. Chris Middleton, 17 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds. And then off the bench, Pat Connaughton, folks. And Pat Connaughton plays fantastic off the bench. Don't love him in the starting lineup, but now that everybody's healthy, he goes back down the bench. 20 points, 4 rebounds. Bucks get the win here. All right, final 3 games. Pelicans at the Jazz. Pelicans get the win here, 98-97, with Graham hitting the game-winning 3 here for this Pelicans team. Let's start here with the Jazz. What went wrong? They had everybody good to go. Donovan Mitchell, 16 points, but he shot 28% on 21 shots. Mike Conley, 12 points. Rudy Gobert, 9 points only, 10 rebounds. Bojan Bogdanovic led the team in scoring, 23 points. He shot 5 of 8 from 3, so love seeing Bogdanovic back here. Both the Bogdanovic brothers have been getting it done the last kind of week here. Absolutely love seeing it. The kind of second unit of the bench here, Hassan Whiteside, only 1 point. Joe Ingles, he had 12 points and 5 rebounds. Jordan Clarkson, 7 points on 12 shots. And Rudy Gay, 9 points. So unfortunate, the second unit of the Jazz wasn't as good as they've been, and they lose to this Pelicans team. Brandon Ingram put up 21 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Jonas Valanciunas, 11 points, 10 rebounds. Very well done. Willie Hernangomez off the bench, 13 points. Kira Lewis Jr., 10 points off the bench. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 15 points off the bench. And that big 3 by Graham. All right, then we get the Blazers at the Warriors. Warriors win again, 118-103. Blazers are not ready to compete with this, with any star-studded teams. We know this. Steph Curry, 32 points. Jordan Poole, 14 points. Kevon Looney, 12 points, 7 rebounds. Draymond Green, 12 points, 12 assists, 8 rebounds. Fantastic. Andrew Wiggins, so gosh dang consistent. I love it. Ooh, we will never not praise Andrew Wiggins, folks. We've been praising this man every single game, every single day for the last 2 years because he's so gosh dang consistent. 25 points on 62% shooting. Absolutely love it. They beat the Blazers. Damian Lillard, 16 points, 6 assists. CJ McCollum, 16 points, 7 rebounds. Nurkic, 17 points, 4 rebounds. Not enough. It's not enough, folks. Last game of the night, Kings at Lakers, and the Lakers lose in triple overtime to the Kings, 141-137. LeBron, 30 points, 11 assists, 7 rebounds. Anthony Davis, 23 points, 8 rebounds. I mean, folks, the game went into triple overtime. Russell Westbrook, 29 points, 11 assists, 10 rebounds, only 3 turnovers, only -4 on the floor. Russell Westbrook still deserves respect. We're not going to be clowning him like everybody else. Buddy Hield on the bench for the Kings, 25 points, fantastic. 3 of 13 from the 3, not fantastic, but we'll take 25 points. De'Aaron Fox led the team in scoring, 34 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. Tyrese Haliburton, 19 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds, fantastic. Overall, the game went into triple overtime, folks. What more do you want? Everybody was scoring, everybody was putting up points. It went into triple overtime. Alrighty, that is all the time we have for the NBA today. Super went late in the NBA. Still some stuff to talk about here. And we're trying to get out of here within an hour. So that is all the NBA from last night. I guess quickly we can see, is there any great value in tonight's NBA games? I mean, we just truly hit, 3 out of 4, fantastic. On our picks last night, so let's see if we can replicate that with any great value. We get Timberwolves at the 76ers here. Timberwolves +5, 76ers -5. If Joel Embiid is back, we'll bet, but as long as he's a game time decision. Hopefully he can come back. Game time decision. We'll stay away from this one. We need Joel Embiid back, and it's seeming like he's close, folks. Very, very close to come back. Cannot wait. All right, Suns at Nets. Suns on the back-to-back. We will stay away from that. We are officially never betting back-to-backs anymore. We are done on that. So we'll stay away from the Suns, even though we love the Suns team. They're in a back-to-back against the Nets. Not going to bet it. Then we get the Knicks at the Hawks. Once again, Hawks on a back-to-back, Knicks on a back-to-back. Going to stay away from this one. Hawks -5, Knicks +5, and this is going to be a nice, big, exciting matchup here. Knicks and the Hawks, like the playoff series. I mean, Trae Young and Madison Square Garden getting clowned, but now that they're in Atlanta, we'll see what this Hawks team does. We'll stay away from it. All right, then we get the Heat at the Bulls. Heat -1.5, Bulls +1.5. Bulls in a back-to-back, potentially not good for them. Let's see if everybody's good to go for the Heat, and Markieff Morris is out, but everybody else is good to go. I think we'll stay away from this to see how this Bulls team reacts on a back-to-back, plus with everybody back. I don't think it's great value. Then we get the Hornets at the Rockets. Hornets -6, Rockets +6.5. Hornets on the back-to-back, we'll stay away from that. Magic at the Cavs. Magic +9.5. Wow, they had the Cavs -9.5. That's respect by Vegas, and we absolutely appreciate it. For the Magic, Cole Anthony will play. We really have to stay away from this then. Cavs -9.5. They're a good team. I don't know if we're ready to start betting this Cavs team -9.5 points, swallowing 9.5 points with this Cavs team. I like this Cavs team, but not 9.5 points worth as of right now. All right, Wizards at the Mavericks. Wizards on the back-to-back. Mavericks not. We'll stay away from this one. Mavericks -6.5. And then Pelicans at the Jazz. Pelicans +12.5. Jazz -12.5 here. Jazz just had a bad showing. Both these teams on a back-to-back. I just don't want to bet the back-to-backs. I hate betting back-to-backs. Teams flounder, rest, load management, all of that. So a lot of these teams in a back-to-back, we're going to stay away from it. We cashed in last night. We'll take tonight off in the NBA. We'll be back potentially tomorrow with some bets and breaking it down what happened tonight, seeing where the good value was tomorrow in hindsight 2020.